it's your girl She.
And your girl Neek, and you just tuned in to the Black Chicks and Shit podcast.
Podcast episode number 2. What's up?
What's up, girlfriend?
Yo, we gotta get into this whole Meg and Tory shit. So you see.
So, first of all, let me tell you, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't. But
That's like getting old shit. Don't
Hey.
give a fuck about that celebrity shit.
hey. But what's going on?
Okay,
with it? Like, what's going on?
From allegedly, it started from Kylie Jenner's party or something that she had up at her house, and people say that I guess Meg and Tory was at one point messing around. He started being a little bit flirtatious with Kylie. Meg got upset. Whatever happened at the party. Then when they was in the car, allegedly, I don't know how it happened, how the shooting happened, but he shot at her, and fragments got in her foot. So fast forward, it's been forever because everybody been talking about it on Shade Room for fucking years at this point. I think it's happened like
years.
Yeah, I think this happened like 2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
Time has been going by fast. I think this was before the pandemic, and then during the pandemic, that's all everybody would talk about. And Tory was always on Instagram talking about, or Twitter, I don't know.
Tory Lanes, right?
Tory Lanes, yeah. Okay. Talking about how he was gonna, he was very confident that he was gonna be found not guilty, but he already like sent Meg and her friend like offering them $1 million to like not say anything, and to also guilty vibes for sure.
Okay.
And now fast forward, he's found guilty.
Mm.
He's found guilty. It was very interesting, like reading everything that was happening. I mean, obviously I can't listen to what was going on, but when they was like putting out like the transcripts of what was said, and how her friend Kelsey kind of like flipped on her. It seemed like anything that was in Meg's favor, she kind of like, I don't remember. But they're no longer friends anymore because allegedly, like they stopped being friends shortly after everything happened. I don't really know the truth as to what happened with that, but it's just kind of interesting because I feel like no matter what, if I witness anything happening in my eyes, because they have her and like her texting Meg's bodyguard saying, yo, like Tory shot Meg, and then she on stand and she's like, I don't remember.
Oh wow.
I feel like that's just so fucked up. Like I would never, like if one of my old friends was in a situation like this, I don't care how bad it was, I'm not gonna sit here and basically just try to fuck you over.
Absolutely.
Like that's just not, that's like how friends be when they break up, and some friends will turn around and try to put all the other friend business out on social media. I don't
air it out.
Yeah, you air out all your dirty laundry. I ain't doing.
Oh wow. Like I'm not current on this whole topic at all. But now I'm gonna look into it because I'm sure it's on every platform.
It's very
I've been seeing like the little pictures, and I've been seeing little clips here and there, but I'm like, I still don't know what the fuck is going on. So it's like,
what the fuck is this?
I'm not interested. So
Make this down you.
You said actually Tory Lanes, right? So now if I see, I know like, oh okay, that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
Girl, just scroll up and down Shade Room. It tells it all.
Okay.
It's a very interesting. It's so sad because I think when Meg when she testified, she said she wished she had killed her.
Really?
Because of how his defense tried to highlight her sexual past, tried to bring up all the guys she ever had sex with.
What that had to do with anything?
It had nothing to do with anything, but they wanted to kind of paint her as this promiscuous ass person, I believe. And then I believe they wanted to create doubt by having Kelsey come on and be, I don't remember. They asked her, did Tory offer to pay for your lawyer? She said yes. They said, did he pay for your lawyer? I don't remember. Bitch, how you don't know he paid for your lawyer?
Wow.
Like it was just stuff like that. It's just like, really? Like it was really sad, and I feel like it was embarrassing. She said it was embarrassing for her and her guy to kind of like to listen to that part, even though they wasn't together during everything. But it's like, that's embarrassing as hell. And she was just like, I just wish she would have killed me.
Yeah, no one should feel that way.
Yeah, I was like, oh girl, it's almost over. Like
that's crazy. But now his ass locked up, right?
Yep, he's locked up.
He got locked as charged.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Guilty. And I think he doesn't. He is going to be. They're going to. What are they going to do? They're going to sentenced him on the 27th of January. So, and he doesn't have a bond as of right now. So right now, what's today? The 26th. This is the day after Christmas we're recording. So it could have changed by the time this come out. But as of right now, he doesn't have a bond. So he's sitting in jail to hear out everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he shot her for what?
He shot her and was yelling, "Dance, bitch."
Really?
That's wild. Like, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because people really think that Meg was lying, although there was evidence, and people, like the doctors came forward and said she had bullet fragments in her foot, and they're like, well, that's not a fucking bullet hole. Damn, dude, she got she got to be shot up to be considered shot. Like, that's traumatizing.
It is.
Even if a bullet missed you completely, but it ran past your face, like, that's traumatizing.
It is.
People are crazy. People are crazy. So. Yep, the verdict came out. Tory's guilty, and he's where he should be.
I'm about to go in the motherfucking shade room.
Yeah.
Because I have them on my Instagram, but I think, like, when I scroll, I never press it, like, to go see what's going on. I just see something, keep going. I never go to, I never, ever.
I be all up in the comments, like, what they talking about?
I see now.
I be so nosy.
I only care about Gucci Mane and Murder Pain.
Who the fuck is Murder Pain?
What?
From
Plug Love?
Avenue.
McGraw Avenue. You never? Oh my God. He a Tubi superstar.
A Tubi?
Yes. You don't know Murder Pain?
I've never heard of the Murder
You ever
Pain.
watch Plug Love?
No.
Oh my gosh. You
Is
have to
it a
watch
doll?
it. No.
No?
No, it's just this gangsta ass love story. And this little cute chick fell in love with a fat nigga from the hood. And he's just a hood celebrity.
Fat niggas who got money, they're always, the bitch is gonna always come after them.
Girl.
No, I've never.
You have to watch Plug Love. You will love that movie. Like,
you say it's on Tubi? Do I gotta pay for Tubi?
No, Tubi's free.
Tubi is free?
You will love Plug Love. I think I watch that movie like twice a month.
Really? Oh, it's a movie.
Uh-huh.
It's not a series. Okay.
No. McGraw Avenue was a series, but everybody went crazy about that. And
the same person is in there.
Yes. The second season comes out this January. Yeah, girl.
I'm gonna look into that. I've never heard of that before. But you know what? I don't watch much TV.
Okay.
That's my problem. And I think I can't wait to move because I'm like addicted to like a lot of lights and windows. And this is like, I mean, we're in my house right now, so these two windows are the only windows that I bring in a lot of light. So my room is there, like everything's kind of depressing. So I'm like, I need to stay in either a house where it's like nothing but window. Like if I could stay somewhere where there's nothing but windows, like just, I would be there. Like just give me the keys. I'm coming right now.
So for current events, I'm not too familiar with that story. However, the one story I was super obsessed with, I forget her name, but the girl that went to Cabo with her friends, and she's dead, but they back. What was her name?
Yes, I forgot her
Let's talk about that, because when I tell you,
that was
now that's the story.
Oh my gosh,
I was every day, all day. Like, let me see. That's what I was just trying to find. Like, I
was about to say Kanika. It reminds me so much of that.
Kanika Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It reminds me so much. That was that story of, and then watching the videos of her. Like later on, they put out the video of her saying like, my friends is like talking about her friends, like she was excited to be with her friends, and just to find out they were in the room, kind of like it looks as if they were plotting, allegedly. Let's put that out. Anybody trying to go to court? So yeah, it looks like they were plotting against her, and then they're trying to charge the girl because they did they wound up putting out a warrant. What's her name? Shanquilla
Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is one of the stories like I was day and night following.
Yeah.
Like, it's so sad.
It is.
And it's so crazy because it's like in real life when you look at stuff like this, and it makes you reevaluate your own friends.
It does.
Because you have a lot of secret animosity. Well, I would say your friends have a lot of secret animosity with you, and it's like you never know. You don't want to think that way. But when you really, really think about it, how bitches is these days, the jealousy and the envy and all that, like,
that's
for
true.
what?
That is true. I have a situation. Had a situation because it's been like a month now, maybe a little bit longer. I had a situation where me and my friends tried to come, like it was kind of like your group of friends and my group of friends. We come together and we try to do stuff together. Like we're not really going out like that. We just want to you know, enjoy life and enjoy, you know, enjoy Chicago. Because
right.
we had, yeah.
Why not?
And on their end, they sent us, they said that, okay, so what happened was, one of the girls said that she chose from a randomizer, you know, the randomizer where it chooses a place or whatever you put up in there randomly, and the randomizer gave her a place to go, and she asked if we want to go. Now, I personally am not a fan of buffets. It was a buffet. The place did seem like it looked cute, but I just don't want to risk a buffet. Okay. That's just me personally. And we were just like, I was just asking, like, you know, is it another place? And she was like, oh, this is what the randomizer chose. And she said that her and my other friend came up with a whole list of like a bunch of places to go, and that they, you know, that's basically what the list that's the list that the randomizer was choosing from. And we were just like, share the list. Like, what's on the list? You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to ask them to the list what's on the list. And to make a long story short, we were waiting for the list to be shared, and when it all boiled down, they never was gonna share the list. So
basically, you're saying it's two group of friends, and these two groups are trying to come together and just have outings, and one group was able to choose the restaurants. Basically, what about the other group? Right. If we're all coming together,
right? And that's kind of what we were saying. Like, we want, even they felt like they put so much time and energy into creating this list. This is what we talked about like later on, is that they put so much time and energy into this list that it was kind of sacred to them. And I just felt
sacred.
Like that's kind of how it was explained. Like, it was a little bit more sacred to them, that they just kind of wanted to keep that to themselves. And I just felt like, you know, you could have shared that in the beginning, and we could have, like, if you would have shared, at least to me, at least tell me, because I was the common denominator amongst both sides, you know. So if you would have at least told me, yes, I still would have thought it was petty, but I still would have been like, okay, moving on, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, next time maybe I'll choose a place, maybe we choose, whatever the case may be. But I just felt like it was petty. And then it was like, when they did go out, one of my friends did see someone post on, I think, Snapchat, cheers to the list, bitches.
Shady.
And it was like, oh. And you know, and it makes me feel some type of way, because it was like, damn, G, like, this is my friends and my cousin, because it's my friend and my cousin who I brought into a situation, and you know, little petty ass face, you know, social media stuff, and it's like, we don't do that. So I messaged all three of them, but was aiming towards him, because I didn't want it to be a situation where it was like, oh, she could say this, she said that. No, everybody know what she could say. Right. And I was just saying, like, yo, like, don't do the messy social media stuff. And they want to be on some who, like, you know,
trying to get tough.
One person was like she wasn't in it. She, you know, didn't even know that it was posted. And then when my friend, the one who actually is my friend, when she did comment, I'm not gonna lie, I did not read the whole thing, because it was like a lot. And I felt like she kind of let a lot of stuff kind of like bypass, knowing that you know, she tried to blame me initially for not speaking up, but little did she know, once I had the conversation with her and her friend, I literally went back to the other girls, my cousin and my friend, and just like, yo, you know, we can put this behind us, you know, hopefully we can, you know, later on. Right now it's too hot. Right now everybody was like heated from the conversation that was happening via text. I'm like, you know, we can kind of revisit this later. Let's not let this kind of get to us and whatever. Right. We'll kind of revisit it, and maybe we can all come to a common ground later. And that's what I did up on that end, but they were just like, hell no. But of course, I expect that. They heated right now. I expect that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you added fuel to the fire with the social media stuff. If it was one of my friend or my cousin doing that shit, I would be like, hey, take this shit down. Like, right. This shit, like, we don't do social media shit, and that's not cool. Like, and then in the midst of it, I was like doing something that me and my friend always did, which is like send TikToks and shit like that. Like, girl, look at this, look at that. Trying to keep the peace, because I know that me and her always bump heads for some reason. So I'm still trying to keep the peace, and it was just like, it didn't work. Right. In the end, she was like, you know, I'm tired of this friendship, blah blah. And she said a whole lot of shit, and I was like, okay, bye. Because I knew it had to be deeper than that. There's no way that we are not friends right now because of a list of restaurants. Exactly. So I was just like, you know what? I feel like that's a friendship where it was just the season was over with, and that's okay. That's fine. I mean, I had to explain to my kid, like the oldest one, like, you know, hey, we're not going to be seeing this person or hanging around this person because he's been around her his whole life.
Exactly.
You know, so I did explain that to him, and he understands. And I didn't explain to him the situation. He wouldn't understand that, but he was around a lot of the times when we were all having this back and forth though. He was like, can we stop the drama? So yeah, so it was like a really petty situation. And it's like, although me and my friends are not fighters or nothing like that, like how up in that story Shanquilla, like she fought, you know, or the person fought her. She didn't even fight back because that's her friend. Why am I gonna fight you? And this person created damaged her to the point she died. And it's like, that's
it's nothing. Always something crazy like that. It's like you have like this secret vendetta. Like, what's the issue?
They always make you feel that way. Like, okay, what's the real issue? You know what I'm saying?
And you definitely know, you can feel energy. Like, energy never lies. Like, you can tell, like, in your situation, like, I'm sure it was another situation before then. Yeah. Like, people just be moving funny or just feel weird. Yeah. Like, you know, the energy,
funny stuff going on.
And that's crazy. Because I have friends, you know my situations. Yeah. Me and you talk a lot. And I have them situations where you just peep shit. You don't say something sometimes, but you peep it. Yeah. And it's like, the shit is weird. It's like, you weird. Feel the shift and you just sit back like, okay.
And I feel like when you start to feel it, you kind of gotta, it's like a must that you have to start pulling back. But it's hard because this is your friend. You know what I'm saying? And when you genuinely care for somebody, you don't want to just pull back. You may pull back for a little bit, because if I feel some funny stuff, I will pull back and maybe we won't talk for a week. You know what I'm saying? And then come together like, bitch, you was acting funny.
Exactly. Know? Like, we can talk about it and move on. But my thing is, at what point, when you go through this so much with the same person for years, at what point do you finally say, you know what, fuck it?
That's it.
But most times with the close friends that we have, you say fuck it, but then
you want to get back together.
2-3 months later,
yeah, like, that's my bitch.
I miss you and all that stuff. But it's like,
it's almost like it's a relationship.
Yeah,
it's almost like when you're
stressful.
It's like a toxic relationship.
It's stressful when you gotta feel like that with your friends though.
That's true.
My friend.
That's true.
Like, you my homegirl. Like, I should be able to call you, talk to you, but when you making it feel like it's so much work I gotta put into this relationship, why?
Like, and I'm such a, like, people who know me, I'm such a carefree person. Like, if you don't know me, you think I'm this stuck up ass bitch. You know, and it's like, that's based off of just how I look.
And that's so crazy. That's what everybody say. We get that a lot. Like, you don't like me, why? The way I carry myself, like, that'd be so crazy. Like, she's stuck up as hell. Like, oh my god. Amber, remember my friend Amber I used to tell you about? The girl, I kind of grew up with her, like, since 92. We lost touch, got back together, and everything I do, you're stuck up ass. You and your stuck up friends. Like, I'm like, why do you keep calling me that? Like, and I used to take that shit so personal. I used to get so angry because, bitch, why are you steady calling me that? Like, I used to hate it.
And it's literally all because of the way you carry yourself.
And that's so crazy. And we always fall out. And I think I want to say about, what's this, 2022? I think 2021, it was over. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more with her. Because we always, I'm like, I can't.
Because you have this deep-rooted issue with me that honestly may not even have anything to do with me. It's your own personal feelings that you feel about yourself. And that has nothing to do with me. And I'm not going to feel the wrath of your insecurities.
Right.
I'm not going to do that to myself.
Like, it's like sometimes you just got to let people go.
Yeah.
You gotta let people go. It don't matter, you know, how the relationship was, what that person means. But sometimes you gotta cut that shit off and just keep it moving.
There is a season. Everybody has a season, and I do. After like kind of meditating and thinking hard on that situation, I couldn't come up with a way where it was like, she felt like I was taking the sides of like, oh, you chose a side and you stuck to it. And it's like, no, for me there was no side. You know, for me, it was more so my own true feelings, and it just that we had the similar feelings because we were the ones that child didn't want to share the list with, and we didn't understand it. And we kept trying to explain on our end that we just want to be included on the list.
How are you going to bring two groups together and we're going to do these outings, we're going to randomize the restaurants? I feel like if you bringing me and my other friends in, we should have a say so what's going on the list.
Yeah, or maybe why can't I put this together?
Yeah, why can't I put something? It may be somewhere I really want to go. Like, everybody should have a chance to put something on it.
Yeah.
We don't want to do everything y'all do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, it was really like
that was a little messy situation.
It was a very situation that I had never experienced before. It was so weird to me. And then in the end, she was telling me, like, I just knew you as my friend wouldn't have let this go past. And I'm like, Yo, when everything was starting to get heated, or when I saw that I was driving. When I saw that everything was kind of starting to go downhill, I called her. I called her, but she was too busy on the phone with her other friend that she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call you back." And I was like, "Okay." An hour go past, she's calling me on three-way with her other friend. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you're saying that you knew that I wasn't gonna let things get so far, but I called you.
Right.
I tried to stop him because I didn't even understand what was going on. It was so confusing to me because I didn't understand what the back and forth was about. But you know, and maybe it wasn't meant to, you know, for me to understand.
You have to chop it up.
Yeah.
And let
bygones be bygones.
It is what it is. It's fucked up because it's like, damn, that was my dog. But at the end of the day, like, you're not about to stress me out.
There's no way. There's no friend of mine that I'm gonna be I'm not gonna be friends with you over something so petty.
A fucking list.
Or a restaurant.
Like, really?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a deeper issue. Like,
yeah,
ain't no way. My best friend. A list. Now we done.
Now we done.
It's definitely something else.
You know, like that's
definitely something.
To me, that's mad crazy. But you know, there was some issues like I told you before. Like,
and you know, people be having hidden agendas a lot. Like, and it's weird.
Yeah.
People be jealous of their friends in real life.
That is true. Now I don't want to say that the person was jealous of me. But you know, I don't want to put that out there. But it was some weird stuff happening like beforehand, like in the upcoming months to this big situation, you know. So I do think that it was a lot of weird stuff going on that it was just like, oh, you don't want to share that with me? You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to tell me that?
Right.
Oh, you wanted to keep that personal? Oh, but you told everybody else. Like, exactly. When it all boiled down, you told everybody else, but you want to keep that personal. It was a personal situation when it came to me. That's weird. That's awkward. Like, but you know, it is what it is. Shit happens. Yeah. Everyone's in your life for a season and a reason. And
chicks are very messy. Like, it don't matter if I knew this bitch for a month, 10 years. At the end of the day, if you're gonna act funny, you're gonna move funny, it is what it is. Like, that's true. I can't.
That is true.
And I be having a lot of that type of stuff going on in my life, and it be like, sometimes I just want to be like, you know what? It ain't worth it. Like, I'm not about to do this with you.
Yes.
Like, for what? To be your friend, to feel this way?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking job, and I don't want that type of friendship. Like,
friendships are supposed to be so, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do feel like they're gonna be times where you don't agree on the same thing.
Always.
For sure. Like, you're not gonna agree on the same thing. But
just because we disagree about something means we fall out.
Exactly.
Like, if you can't
be mad at me because I don't think the sky is purple.
Exactly.
Or you
like,
don't think
you can't feel.
Yeah, it's not that
And
deep.
I can't stand them friends where when you say something in real life stuff.
Sorry, y'all, I don't know where it stopped at because I wasn't paying attention. Well, he's all into it.
Yeah, because that's a touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
Friends is the motherfuckers.
Because friends is like you my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like you are my sister. You are my brother. Like you are someone who
I'm not your brother.
Not you, fool. I'm just saying in general. Like you somebody who I really care about and really cherish as a person in my life.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't get into it with my sisters. I'm definitely not going to be sitting here getting into it with my friends. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, we should be able to agree to disagree. And
that's in any relationship.
Any relationship.
I don't care who you are. My mama, my sister, my cousin. If you mad because, man, fuck that. I don't care. I'm not about to just agree to please you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. I had this guy who, he always posts controversial shit on Facebook, right? And recently we just FaceTimed each other because it was a situation where he tagged me in a girl's picture, and when he tagged me in the picture, I didn't understand why he tagged me in the picture, but I was like, oh, okay, she's cute. Like, sometimes we'll converse on Facebook, not too much though, you know? So he gonna tell me like, why you always gotta be seen? I was like, what the fuck? You tagged me. He tagged me by mistake, but it was like, honestly, it doesn't matter. It was a mistake. Your response was just like, you should just say, oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? His response was very disrespectful, so I deleted him off Facebook. He wound up emailing, like not texting me because he had my number, but he did wind up, messaging me on Messenger, and he wound up telling me like, oh, my bad, like, I'm sorry, like that, I didn't mean to tag you. I thought, I understand, but I blocked him. I didn't block him. I deleted him off Facebook, and later on, just recently, he asked me Like, I meant to ask, like, why did you block me? Why did you delete me on Facebook? And for me, it was like, that was a no-brainer. Like, we never had a situation, even though you post certain type of stuff that I don't necessarily agree with, but whatever. But the fact that you responded to me in a way like that, I don't need that in my life. So, we wound up talking and having a really good conversation, actually. He's a really cool dude. He's so fucking blunt. I don't like that. This man told me, he told me that you have to be at your best. Do you think you're your best? I said, well, not necessarily, because I feel like I need to lose some weight or something. He gonna say, yeah, because you need, I was looking through your pictures.
Girl, stop.
This man told me, he say it's an abomination. What? I couldn't.
That's why I blocked your ass.
It was so funny. I couldn't even get offended. I didn't have the capacity to get offended because it was so hilarious to me because I couldn't believe he said that.
Oh, wow.
I said, now, wait a second now. I say, now, you taking it too far. Because it is not an abomination for me. Like, nigga, I get niggas. I just decline 98% of them. 98, and then the 2% are shitty. So, so I'm just out here, like right now, I'm not looking for nobody. I'm just chilling right now. I'm trying to get and it's some things that I gotta handle on a legal space. So I'm just chilling right now. But he was hilarious. It was hilarious as fuck to hear somebody say that. I had never had anybody say like, yeah, because your fat ass. It was so funny to me though. I couldn't help. I was in Target and I'm just cracking the fuck up. Like, I couldn't help it because I'm just like,
the nerve.
And he looking at me with a straight face like,
oh wow.
And I'm sitting here like, who are you? Who are you? Like, I'm not trying to appease you or anybody else. Like, granted, don't get me wrong. I know that I want to lose weight. It's not like I need to, because I'm healthy. So I want to lose weight. I want to be at a certain number. I want to look a certain way in my clothes. That's for me. Exactly. It has nothing to do with any man. It will never have anything to do with any man. First of all, y'all niggas gonna lick in every single inch, crest, whatever of any part of this body. So we ain't gonna stunt like y'all not now. But you know, that was funny as fuck. I had to say that. That was so funny. Like, I've never had a guy just blatantly say like, yeah,
you just don't get no fuck.
I was looking through your pictures.
By the way, this one right here, nigga.
Like, you a pretty ass girl. Like, you pretty as hell, but you can lose a few pounds.
Oh, funny.
Like, damn.
The nerve.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Oh wow.
That shit was hilarious. I couldn't believe that. I say, he was like, what you, so do I seem the way that I am on Facebook? I say no. Because on Facebook, he's an asshole. He don't think he is, but he's an asshole. For sure. Like, he has these thoughts of women. Have you ever had like those men who kind of like are women haters? Or even women who are men haters. Oh, I'll be like, baby, whew, you need to get together. Definitely. Like, it's not that deep.
I know both.
I can't stand it. I don't like that. I think it's so
women bashing men bashing women. I see a lot of that shit on the daily.
I feel like we all have had some really terrible dating experiences, but you cannot determine your 1 or 2 dating experiences to be your overall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people. I'm not with any of my exes. Only one ex I ended on a non-cheating. Well, I've only been cheated on twice, but as far as like just trying to end things amicable, like when I was dating that girl, I was about to say the name, but when I was dating that girl, I was fucking obsessed with her.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child.
That's like a humanitarian.
How did you see that before?
Oh, hear it. Oh, you don't have, right, I can hear it. Did it stop the recording?
It started back.
It started back? You see? Okay. But yeah, like that was the one person I think that was the first time I tried to amicably disconnect from a person, but it wasn't because I didn't like that person. It was because of the situation at hand.
Toxic.
It was a toxic situation. Not her, but
the situation.
The situation was bad. Oh, it was so bad. I felt so bad. I was like, I cannot believe I'm putting this person through this. I felt so bad.
I felt like I was there.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. And I was obsessed with her for years after that.
Oh my god.
until she sat on the phone with me and cried. I was like, I thought, oh, I cried over another bitch on this phone with me. Yes. I feel your pain, girl. I feel your pain. But Jesus. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So was that what one of those? Was that like the toxic relationship yours?
The situation with her was not toxic. I mean, you know about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like in general, like that relationship, like was that like out of all your relationships, was that like the the one? Like damn.
Yeah, it was like I was enjoying myself. You know, I was with someone who actually seemed to be. I mean, not that I've ever dated anybody who didn't seem to be into me, but I had been in my previous relationship for so long, and I was being so mistreated in that relationship that I was happy to finally kind of let loose and be with somebody who I genuinely enjoy, who I didn't expect to enjoy. I've never dated a girl before, you know, and it was like I genuinely enjoyed being with this person, although we had hiccups ourselves. But it was like I genuinely enjoyed that, and for the ex-person who fucking did me dirty to come in between that and to be stalking me and shit, it was just like, what the fuck? That shit used to drive me up. Like, I'm such a chill person. My anxiety used to be through the roof, to the point where I had to go to the doctor and get FMLA for anxiety. I had major anxiety because
that's heavy. I
would come outside, my windows busted in my car. Car windows busted, big ass poster boards, I love you, and with flowers on my. This shit was fucking crazy. Now he's doing that shit to his ex.
That's like heavy.
It's so.
I've never ever been in a situation like that. I think for myself, I think I had 2 relationships that I think was really toxic. Like this one guy, long time. We dated since I was 17. Of course, I'm married now, but I want to say my entire teenage years up until like 25, we've been together. Off and on, toxic as fuck. Like this guy was toxic.
But
like
loving the toxicity.
Yes, like he never had time for me. He only wanted to see me on his terms. Calling you, where you at? You coming through late nights, but I'm still accepting this shit.
Yeah.
And then as I got older and older, like I think I want to say 26, 27, it came a point I'm like, you know what? I have to do something to detach myself from this person. So in my mind, I think I got to go below the belt. I gotta say something that's gonna hurt you.
Shit.
I gotta go heavy. Like I said so many things to this person
to make sure he doesn't come back.
Yes. And for me, the way I was thinking, okay, if I do this, I know he ain't gonna fuck with me no more.
Right.
And so this guy, he was hearing impaired, so he's hard of hearing, right? So imagine the shit I said to him, like, you deaf ass bitch, and all this stuff. Like, girl, I went so low, personal stuff. He's like, I went so low. But this nigga still talking to me. I'm like, see this?
I'm about to say, did he hear you? Shit.
Yeah, like he can hear. He was just hard of hearing. But we were texting. Like the stuff I said on that phone, like I wouldn't expect him to ever talk to me again in my life. But he did. And then my dumb ass, I'm like, Dominique, ain't this what you did this for?
Right.
That was one of those situations. And honey, the second one, oh my God. Didn't know this nigga was married.
Oh, wow.
Well, he was married, but told me he was divorced in the middle, getting divorced.
Right. I remember that situation.
You remember this?
Oh, wow. He did a lot.
Oh my God. This was my man.
This was your, yes.
Like, you couldn't tell me shit.
Absolutely. I remember
nothing.
We always him too. Like, just
girl, until you hit me. This nigga put me through hell. I never felt that way in my life. Like, what I went through with this person. So it was like, you're telling me, like, I knew about the marriage. However, you told me you were going through the divorce. Y'all not together, all of this. And me, he lived in Georgia, but he was a truck driver. Right. So he was in Chicago at my house every weekend. Not one weekend. Like, we were always together on the phone all day, all the time, whatever. Until, I think I seen a Facebook post or something, and they was together like on a boat on the little vacation. What the fuck is that? Okay. So that's when shit hit the fan. When I tell you, me and wifey became friends, honey. We were on the phone talking. I'm at work, we're texting. I'm finna get this nigga caught up because at this point I don't get no fuck. Because
fucked up.
Yeah. I'm not on her receipts, text messages, pictures, videos.
Are they still together?
I don't know. I couldn't say. I don't think so. But however, when I tell you I tried to make sure that shit was dead, like I did everything.
I can understand that though. Like, you sat here and played me.
Yes.
Just for shits and giggles. Like,
and I never, out of all the relationships in my life, I never felt at such a low point in my life. When I tell you, that's why I'm not into zodiac and all that shit, but this nigga was a Pisces, and I always like, oh, I would never fuck with a Pisces, but I never.
Pisces. But male Pisces are shitty.
See?
No, male Pisces are shitty.
And I never in my life like, oh, you a Taurus. Okay, I heard about you. I don't do astrology. I'm not into it. But since I know this about this person, I'm like, this is the worst thing ever.
Wow.
And I mean, when I tell you I had her on three-way at sometimes when we were on the phone. I shine her in just to hear everything that's going on. I was on her every video, everything. I did not give no fuck.
Yeah.
And so this when he told me he was moving, he was leaving. Oh yeah, I'm finna move back to Chicago, blah blah blah. How I found out at the end, this nigga gonna try to tell me it's not gonna work out. He decided to be his kid's life.
Bang down like smackdown. Sorry, I had to make sure. Thank you.
You can edit all that, right?
You can.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, but to really get back into it though, just saying how this guy or whatever didn't know he was still married, said he was getting divorced, played me like a fool, like. Right. So that was a really, really low point for me in life as far as dealing with relationships. That's why I don't think it's cool to deal with married people. Like, I would never ever date or fuck with a married man. Like, cause I wouldn't want nobody to fuck with my husband.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Karma. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But you just don't lead people on like that.
Yeah,
like,
you don't do that.
It was so bad, Sheikah.
Let me know what's going on and let me choose on what I'm gonna do. You know?
Exactly.
Like, that's so messed up.
And then it was like, this nigga knew my family. Like, you around chilling, you around people with everything. Like, that was heavy. Yeah. That was heavy. So yeah, that was one of the worst things in life.
That's really
yeah. So toxic. So yeah, I had 2 very toxic relationships in life. That was it.
Yeah. What's crazy is you bring up a Pisces and I completely forgot about the police officer. He was a fucking Pisces. This nigga here chased me for fucking years.
I remember.
For years. And then I finally was like, well, why does God keep having this? He used to tell me, if you think that you telling me all this negative shit about your situation is gonna stop me from wanting you, you're sadly fucking mistaken. And I'd be like, nigga, whatever. You know? And it was like, out of nowhere, I was just like, you know what? I'm single. Maybe. Me thinking like, you know, because I'm very, not churchy, but I'm spiritual. So it was like, you know, maybe God is keep bringing this person back into my life for a reason. So when I finally was just like, you know what? Okay. That's when I found out he was a police officer. I didn't know he was a police officer. I had never seen, like, paid attention to his Facebook page. I didn't see none of that stuff. But baby, woo! Oh my God. Come out of a toxic situation.
Yes, that was.
I mean, I can call him to come over. He had to come over whenever he was ready. And it was a situation I had never, every situation I've ever been in was a new situation for me. I don't think I've ever dated the same type of guy twice. And with that situation, it was so, if this nigga gonna tell me that he was gone, he disappeared for like 6 weeks or something like that. Nigga gonna tell me that he was undercover. I say,
oh,
so you were undercover, huh? Showed up. This was right after my dad, we'll get into that later, my dad had passed away, and I'm like kind of emotional because I had declined him seeing me and kind of being, you know, speaking to me. So I'm like super emotional. I'm crying, I'm wig off, looking at the back. And he like showed up with flowers and a card, and here I am just what are you doing here?
Right.
It was so terrible. It was like, bro, I can't remember that. Okay, y'all. So I guess we're gonna have to kind of wrap it up, and y'all will get a part 2 of this.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Don't forget, follow all of our social media platforms, our podcast.
Yes.
Everything will be linked down below. So we'll see y'all in the next one. Black Chicks and Shit
podcast.
See y'all.
Peace out, y'all. Bye.